What up, world? It's your boy Omari G, and we are tapped in with HBCU Music Hub. Today, I am joined by initiative of Morehouse College songwriter, hip hop artist from St. Louis, who goes by KINGA World. KINGA, how you living,
What's up?
man?
What's up?
I said, how's your 2023 treating you?
2023 has been good, man. Honestly, just a year of improvement. Just glad to be back on campus in Atlanta and just, really executing on everything that I want to do this year. So it's been good.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. What's your classification at Morehouse right now?
So I'm a junior at Morehouse, second semester junior. Yeah, I've been on campus all 3 years, so haven't really got the apartment environment yet, but yeah.
Hey, man. Hey, that's the best. That's the best place to be on campus. You right in the mix. You right involved in everything. You know what's going on. Yeah, man. KINGA. You've been doing music since I don't know when, man. You started playing off with the cello at 4, then
Yeah.
you switched over to the bass at 7. Tell me, man, what was that song or that album that really made you fall in love with hip hop?
Made me fall in love with hip hop. I don't know if it was a song or album, but it was definitely an artist. It was Drake for sure. Drake was like the number one person that I was like introduced to. I remember specifically Forever. That was like the first rap song that I really like fell in love with. But even before that, the Black Eyed Peas, I don't know if you remember them. But that
Yeah,
group
yeah,
was
of
big.
course.
Yeah, I was like 9 or 10. That was a big group for me. But Drake then, Drake now is still my favorite, if not like top three favorite artists right now. So yeah.
Yeah, man. Listening to your music, I can hear where your inspiration comes from. You know, you said you were inspired by Cole, Drake,
Yeah.
Tyler. Can you tell me a little bit about what's your approach to writing music?
Yeah, so my approach for writing music, I know a lot of people either like just punch in whenever they rap or they write a song before even hearing the beat. But me, it's definitely hearing the beat and getting that inspiration. And even if I don't have the inspiration beforehand, I won't write at all. So I have to be
Yeah,
inspired. So whenever I feel that, I hear a beat that I like or the mood that I'm in, whether it's R&B, whether it's boom bap or trap, whatever I want to go for, I pick that, and then whatever I'm feeling in that moment, I definitely like to have concepts. That's when I write my best songs. So whatever conceptually I'm feeling, I write it down. When I'm in the zone, it usually takes me about an hour to write a song, or it can take
I,
me a week to write a song, or a month. I don't rush the process, but definitely whenever I'm inspired, that's when I write my best stuff.
So you telling me you got to be sitting down, listening to the beat before you write, before you can actually get into your creative process?
I don't even have to really sit down. I could be out with friends. I could be driving the car. I could be damn near going to sleep. You know what I mean? And
Yeah,
I'll get the inspiration. So
it's
anytime in
always in
the
your head. It's all in the head.
day, right, just
Gotcha.
happens. That's my
Hey,
favorite
man,
part of it. Responsibility.
I see you doing your thing down at Morehouse. You got the elevator, your creative agency up and going. Hey, it's right on the shirt. Yeah, represent, man, represent. Yes, sir. So overall, what's your vision for King of World?
King of World is, a brand. You know what I mean? That's a brand. Elevator is a brand. But King of World specifically, I just want to be somebody who, people my age, and you don't have to be my age. If you're older, and you reminisce, somebody that you can relate to and have those reminiscent experiences, like especially when it comes to unsung hero, those breakups, feeling pressured to go a certain way when you want to, revert to something else in your own vision. Um, just somebody who's real. You know what I mean? Like even whenever I talk about the spontaneous inspirations, those are like real moments. I want to give genuine experiences and
Right.
always be authentic and remain humble in whatever I do. So yeah, just somebody who's authentic and organic.
Your music is definitely relatable. I'm listening to your last mixtape that you dropped. I'm had to a few times I had to
Yeah.
look like, man, is this the same dude? Like the flow switched up so much. It's like, man, so what's the
Right.
story behind
Right.
that? What's the story about
Appreciate it.
behind the title Unsung Hero?
Yeah, Unsung Heroes actually been in the works for a while now. So I'd say at least since high school, I came up with the name. An unsung hero basically is somebody who's done great things or great deeds for other people, but never really got the true recognition for it. And I really felt like that was synonymous with me my whole life. I did a lot in high school, like extracurriculars, get into Morehouse. I feel like I bust my ass to get to where I'm at today, but I never really felt like I was acknowledged for it. And it's not like I was necessarily seeking it, but
Right.
it is cool to, notice. I feel like everybody wants to be noticed and especially for what they do and they work for and the things that they're passionate about. So I feel like Unsung Hero was me and it encompassed my life. And every song on that album or that mixtape, um, that's that theme. I want everything to relate to that central theme. And with Unsung Hero, like I said, I had the breakups and feeling like I'm going through this journey by myself, especially as an independent artist and trying to grow my own fan base, not really having a team besides Elevator, which is kind of a different situation. But yeah, just feeling like, not necessarily that I'm on my own, but there's something greater out here for me and I have to figure it out myself. So yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. So just to speak a little bit on the Elevator Creative, can you give us some brief detail how that helped you elevate your brand and help you build your brand? The importance of surrounding yourself around a team of like-minded individuals. How does that help you?
Right. So the Elevator Creative was created actually by me and my friend Omari. We made that and we came up with the idea April 2022. We launched in August 2022.
Okay.
And with that, the mission of that was to have those like-minded creatives and those people looking to have that platform to showcase their talents. And especially in the AUC, which is Morehouse, Spelman, and Clark, Atlanta, here in Atlanta, we definitely have a lot of creatives and a lot of talents and a lot of people who want to have that community. And that's what we
Right.
wanted to have because we didn't have that beforehand, at least from my experience. I don't know what happened pre-COVID, but that community and that resource was something that was lacking. And we wanted to have that for our members and whoever wants to attend our events. So right now we have about 55 members. We've hosted countless
Wow.
events 6 months. But with Elevator and how that's helped me, just utilizing the talent that we have on campus, whether that's people who help me out with my cover arts or my music videos or just photo shoots in general. And it's also helped me with my brand because I go by King of World and not Josh Pryor with the Elevator Creator. So it's kind of synonymous. Everything works hand in hand.
Right.
But I'm very passionate about both brands. I see a big vision for both.
Yeah, man. A lot of the creatives prior to the pandemic were divided. People were doing their own thing. And then once the pandemic hit, that kind of gave people a push to go out and find accessibility to those resources, man, including myself. Prior to the pandemic, I wasn't interviewing nobody or doing hosts like that until actually after the pandemic when I started to connect with a lot of more like-minded individuals. And one thing I always say is that, we're stronger in numbers. So for us to form a community, man, I love to hear that you're doing that out there in the AUC, man, and making sure that everybody has a place where they can come and be their true selves. So I was reading your blog, and you said becoming king of world and taking the world by surprise wasn't easy, but I would never change a thing about the decisions I've made so far. I took a risk, and risk takers are always rewarded in the end. How has being a risk taker contributed to your success so far?
Taking those risks is something I feel like everybody really should do. But for me personally, I feel like even making music for me was a risk. I was always supposed to go the law school route, or even
Right.
entertain the idea of doing like sports psychology or something like that, because my major is psychology. Or just going a traditional school route. And I love school, I love education. But for me, the music was number one. It's always been number one, like I said, since I've been playing the cello since the age of 4. So I felt like taking risk honestly made me happy personally,
Mhm.
gave me joy and seeing other people, fulfilling their purpose and taking their risks makes me happy as well.
Mhm.
So honestly, I feel like taking those risks is something that's vital, that's necessary in life to truly achieve what we want. So I feel like that's how that helped me personally.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. You got to take a risk and step out of your comfort zone in order to grow. Um,
Right.
a lot of people in our community, just going to college is taking a risk. So why
Right.
did you choose to go to Morehouse, man? Like, you know,
That's a good question. I chose to
because
go
you
to
could,
Morehouse
you got the
really like
flow. You got the flow. You could have easily just said, I'm gonna grind this out and rap, and this is what I'm gonna do until I make it. What made you decide to
right.
take that risk to go to college, which could have possibly, fortunately for you, it helps you elevate your career as an artist. But some people that could have deterred them or hindered them as an artist. So why Morehouse?
Yeah, so I always knew that I was going to go to college. Definitely, my parents come from a college background, you know, and it's always been important. It's always been stressed for me to, have that education portion. But Morehouse specifically, so I came to Morehouse for the first time my junior year of high school. And then I saw the people, I saw the smiling faces. This was pre-COVID too, so it's different. It's different now. I ain't gonna lie. Morehouse in the AUC is kind of dead when it comes to the livelihood. Uh,
Yeah,
but like back then, it was just smiling faces. Music was out. It might have been a Hump Wednesday. I don't even remember. Um, but yeah, man. And then Morehouse specifically, I heard a story of how Metro Boomin was at Morehouse before. I didn't know that. And Metro
yeah,
Boomin is from St. Louis. And I was like, yo, this could be me. And I still had the King of World vision in my head. I've had it for a while. I was like, yo. And then also being in Atlanta was big for me too. I also have family here. And
mm,
my cousin that really introduced me to hip hop, when I was talking about Forever Drake, he lives in Atlanta. So he influenced that as well. Um, but beforehand, when it came to just college in general, or just Morehouse, I guess, I thought I was just going to be here to make music or whatever. But honestly, college has been so important for me when it comes to the connections and the network. I didn't understand that. I didn't realize that, 3, 4 years ago. But the connections that I made and the relationships that I've nurtured, um, and the things that I've done, like especially Elevator, I didn't know that was going to happen. I feel like
right,
going to Morehouse or going to college, that was the way to really get on the right path. And especially the people here that are in the same field or people who have similar interests as me. We all help each other, whether that's internships, whether that's creative direction for a certain project. Morehouse and college in general. At least the HBCU experience has been very important and pivotal to my matriculation.
hey man, I definitely could see it, man. I definitely could see it. You can definitely when someone has something destined for greatness in them, you can just feel the energy. So you got any free game you can give upcoming artists and creatives on how they can just become a better individual?
Yeah. I'm gonna do one better individual and one better artist. But
Okay.
first individual, always stay true to yourself and always stay humble. You know what I mean? Especially coming up. You may think that you are the best artist out there, and you should think that, but just know that like I'm just talking about myself too. We're not there yet. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And there's always room to grow, and there's always room to learn. And that's what you have to be. You have to be a student. I guess that's more so on the artist side, but you have to be the student of the game. But on the individual side, always create those connections and always um, maintain relationships with people. But also, if you see anything fake, any snake behavior, anything that deters you from your integrity and your values, remove yourself from that situation. And then when it
Absolutely.
comes to the art side, stay consistent. That's number one. I ain't gonna lie. Being consistent has been the best thing for me. And always remember that you are a brand as well. Remember that you have to act, or at least think in the business lens that your mixtapes or your albums, your singles or whatever, that's like a product. So you have to remember to promote it like it's a product. So you have to remember to
Absolutely.
find that target audience like it's a product, just like any other Nike, like Amazon, like Tesla, same thing. But also being an artist, just know that it's a grind. It's not gonna happen overnight. You don't want it to happen overnight because that's
All right.
how you know. So just remember to stay humble, stay prayerful if you have faith, and uh, continue to improve.
That is staying true to yourself, man. You can't know where you're going if you don't know yourself, man. So it's not always the destination, but sometimes it can be the journey. Is there anybody in the AUC that you're listening to right now that's also an up and coming artist that you can put us
Yeah,
on?
shout out Sully. Shout out Sully for sure.
For sure,
Shout
for
out Sully.
sure.
He goes by SULI. We have a song together called Neighborhood Hero that dropped in August. Very good bar spitter. Reminds me a lot of Earl Sweatshirt. I do want to
Okay.
shout out my guy Dennis Perkins III, creative director of Elevator Creative.
What's going on? How's
Show him the
everybody
hoodie.
doing?
Show him the hoodie.
Already know what it is.
Good cat.
Hey,
I ain't even.
I'm gonna need one of them, man. I'm gonna need one of them for sure. What's up with it, Dennis?
What's up for sure? How you doing, man? It's good to meet
I'm
you.
living good, man. I'm living good, man. I see y'all doing y'all thing
Good to
out
hear. Good
there
to hear.
in the AUC, man. Hopefully we can get you guys
Taking
to
over.
come down to the HBCU music tour soon in Houston, man. So we ain't gonna say too much on it right
We'd
now.
love
It's
to
in
do.
motion, but we're gonna keep it tapped in. We're gonna keep you tapped in with HBCU Music Hub
Most
Please keep
definitely,
us
most
tapped in
definitely.
for sure.
Will work for sure.
for sure. Kinga, I
Yeah.
appreciate you tapping in with the HBCU Music Hub, and I wish you more success throughout the year of 2023. I'm your host, Omari G, King of World, signing out.